Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever in the world you're watching from. Dear beautiful souls here on LinkedIn, welcome to our episode number 30 of our weekly series, What's Your Spark? Today with Aisha Bello from Kaduna State, Nigeria. Welcome to the show, Aisha.
Thank you.
Are you happy to be here today? I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, sure, I am. And I'm glad to be on your show today.
That's good. That's good because we're going to have some fun here. We are going to have some fun. It's afternoon where you are, of course, because you're in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
yeah.
So mid-afternoon, and yeah, it's great to have you on my show. Um, and good afternoon to you. Before Aisha now sparkles her unique brilliance onto us, please, everyone watching, hit that like button and share your comments and questions in the comments. As always, if you're not catching us live, you still have the opportunity to ask questions, to share your comments, and to communicate with us in the comment section, and we'll check on you later as well. This series is for anyone who loves to be inspired by other women who are contributing their insights and creativity, their wisdom, knowledge, their stories, in a word, their unique spark. Because we know that as we open up our minds to fresh perspectives shared by others, we also open new possibilities for ourselves. And through these interviews with women around the world, we can grow with and from each other. And isn't that what we're here for? And we can be inspired to also find our own spark or put it into action. Because don't we all live more purpose driven and impactful lives, right? You are meant to sparkle with your brilliance, with your unique spark, whether you're an employee, a business owner, entrepreneur, community leader, organizational leader, whatever your position or role is. And today I have the absolute pleasure to introduce you to Aisha Bello. Aisha is the executive director of Voice of the Girl Child and Vulnerable People Foundation. And she's gonna tell us more about that in just a second. Aisha, are you ready to tell us more about your projects and to sparkle away?
Yeah, sure, I am. And I want to appreciate you for bringing me on this show today. I've been following your show for a period of time, and I must say you're doing amazingly well. Because you never can tell how many women or people you have inspired through this program. So please keep it up, and I'm always here to support you. So
That's wonderful.
basically,
Oh, I love that. Thank you. Yes,
yeah,
we never know how many people are watching, even though they might not be commenting or they might not be giving our episodes a like. There's many more people watching than we know. And we never know, who's on every week who might have received something, some type of inspiration that has been valuable to them, and although they might not have told us, right? So that is just a wonderful, wonderful comment. I love it, Aisha. Thank you so much. All right, let's get started. We want to hear from you. What's your spark? Share with us.
Regina, guess what? Watching you on the screen right now has ignited my spark.
And the beautiful yellow color on you, makes you spark even more, or sparkle
So,
even more. Sorry.
it, yeah, there's something I love seeing women challenging the stereotype, women developing themselves, women contributing to the society and national development. Once I see women like that, it ignites my spark. And sincerely, I think I love change, positive change, rather, let me put it that way. I love to develop people, most especially women and girls. And as you know, the name of my organization, Voice of the Girl Child, I said women and girls, but when there's a problem, we look at the grassroots of the problem. What is the cause, the grassroots cause of that problem? And
Mhm.
for us to be able to empower women, we have to look at our young girls. So I think developing the young girls, nurturing them, then we'll have better society in the future. And so for me, it's not just about serving humanity, but developing women and girls. And that's just my spark.
Okay, that's wonderful. And you know me, Aisha. I mean, we've had so many conversations. So I personally never talk about empowering women because I believe that women are already much more powerful than we know, or than they know themselves. And I personally don't use that word except in self empowerment. However,
Yeah,
I'm still searching for the best word. So if anybody has an idea, then I know you're supporting
but
women,
you,
and
but you know what, Regina? Sorry. When we say empowerment, yeah, for you, you feel we have all it takes, but not everybody recognize that she has that power.
right.
So we need to help them to bring out that potentials in them, the power, the strength behind.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I also guide my coaching clients to empower themselves and to find that inner power and to just, bring it to the surface. So I just had to say this because I always say it. It's nothing against what you were sharing. Quite the opposite. I know
Yeah.
we have become such good friends. So we just have very open and transparent conversations. And I'm a little bit of a wordsmith. So although English is not my first language, I love language. So I'm always dissecting it and challenging my guests a bit.
Yeah, you know one thing when you say empowerment, sometimes in Nigeria here, when you say empowerment, some even think it's money. It's not about money, but empowering
Yeah.
people through education, skills, and other things. These are all empowerment. Helping you to become, a better person, a better version of yourself. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and to also just be, so I would say maybe a more conscious creator of your reality. And we all have to learn that, right? We all have to
hmm.
learn that because we didn't learn it at school. That's the problem with education, or one of the
Yeah.
many problems with education. So you have an important role here. Thank you for that. Thank you for doing this work as well. So how did you find your spark, Aisha?
Well, for me, I think it has to do with my personal experience,
Mm-hmm.
my background, where I come from. you
Mm-hmm.
know, as a child, I've always lived in the kind of very big extended family with a lot of people. So that dynamics alone, how to live with people and all that. There is something I sense about me really. I hate injustice. And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I see myself like even in around the house, they see me like the black sheep because I won't be part of anything that has to do a little bit of manipulations and all that. So that I know a part of me that way. Then growing up, I've gone through a lot of challenges. Really, Regina, I've passed through a lot, and that's why I take sexual and gender-based violence very, very personal to me. I'm so
Mm-hmm.
passionate about that because these are pathways that I've passed, and I feel that if I've passed through this pathway or gone through this experience, women should not go there, should not pass through the same way. They should learn from our experience. So going through that experience, the whole up and down, like this show is too small for me to start saying all the stories, but really I've been through a lot, and I always want to use my experience to inspire women. That yes, one, it's not where you're coming from, but where you're going to. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
I've been into this for a very long time. I started my foundation. Founded my foundation in 2017. That was almost 5 years now. And the goal of it is that I have three daughters, and I look at what I've been through, and I look at my daughters. No, I wouldn't want my daughters to go through the same way and the whole experience, the culture, the
Oh.
tradition, and all that. Because in the north here, in northern Nigeria, where I'm from, it's like we've been programmed to believe in a pattern of lifestyle that I feel change, and a lot of things are not really good for this 21st century, and we shouldn't allow our girls to go through it because right now, Regina, it's like the challenges are beginning to even broaden. We have insecurity, child abuse. These are children that will go to school to seek for education, but unfortunately, they don't see themselves in that light. Rather, they are either abused, kidnapped, or so many challenges. So I think it's something that, for me, I'm passionate about helping the younger generation, that's the young girls, developing them, trying to bring out the innovative mindset. So if we can achieve that, it takes just one. If we can help to develop one and the other one and the other one, what do you think about the next 10, 20 years to come? We won't be talking about all this gender equality, women in leadership. We won't be and we won't talk about the empowerment you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, so it has a ripple effect for sure. And
it
I
does.
totally, I totally get it. I mean, right now, every single spot in the world is going through a load of challenges, but you're talking about a very specific challenge here. And it's also not only local from where you live, but it's probably just very, I mean, you see it very pronounced in a very specific way, and you're doing your very own part to do it in your very own way in your region or in your geographical area. So that I think this way, every single one of us can shine with their spark right now and make that very unique difference in their own way wherever they are in the world. So I appreciate that very much. And thank you for sharing the specifics and how you found this. And yes, oftentimes we are inspired by our own stories, and that's why it is important to share our stories. And that's why I asked this question also, how did you find your spark? Because a lot of time it is rooted in a personal story. So thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, we lost her for a moment. I am assuming she should be back in just a bit. It's probably just a network problem. So let's just give her a few seconds and see whether we can bring her back. Also, in the meantime, check out Aisha's LinkedIn profile, if you will. Yes. So sorry for the tech issue. This is life. It happens, as we know, and we we are hoping to get her back on. Sometimes there are technological issues, connection issues. So let's just hope for the best. And in the meantime, think about what your own spark is. What is your own spark in this world? And how can you bring it to fruition? How can you maybe uncover some hidden talents inside of yourself that you haven't even used yet? Talents that strengths, natural strengths, maybe that you have neglected and that should be put to good use. So this is maybe a good thought for the weekend, or a good idea to reflect on, and to nurture a little bit more over the weekend, right? Okay, so while we're still waiting for Aisha, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my own spark, as I always do toward the end of the show. As a multicultural transformational leadership coach, I help women employees reach their next career goal so they can move up all the way to the top levels and fulfill their potential, have a positive impact on organizational culture, increase their influence and impact, and with it, also their income. And yes, so while I'm thanking you for watching, maybe we do get another glimpse of Aisha. So in the meantime, I'm just going to tell you, just in case she's not coming back on, keep shining, keep sparkling. Definitely make it a beautiful weekend for yourself so you can keep your vibration high. Your spark and your positive vibration are so needed in this world. So don't hide in the shadow. Step into the spotlight and really free yourself up, free yourself, step into the freedom to share your spark with the world. Don't hide it from us. Don't hold back. We need you, and your organization needs you, your clients need you, your customers, whatever your role is. The recording of this episode will be posted to my YouTube channel as well. Feel free to give it a like here or also on YouTube, where you can find a playlist with all the other episodes, the previous episodes of this LinkedIn Live series. And I will see you next Tuesday for another session where I will be chatting with a special guest from South Africa. Again, make it a beautiful weekend. See you next Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much.